What is up, Man Hour Nation? Welcome to the Man Hour. Michael Buckasha here, live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Truly the only place that you will get that each and every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. East Coast time, right here at youtube.com/Man Hour, and of course at facebook.com/Man Hour Sports as well. Good things happening right over here at Man Hour side, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on every video that you are watching here. But it is time for Mike's Thoughts.
And now, Mike's Thoughts.
All right, guys, so the Week 18 NFL season did not go off without a hiccup. There were some controversies, there were some good games, and it was just an overall great weekend of football. But let's flash back to the Sunday night game. Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. Kawhi Walker was disqualified for pushing a Detroit Lions trainer after allegedly his friend, like I want to use that air quotes because I don't know if it was his friend or not, it was injured on the play. Let me pop up this clip and let's just look what happened. So the trainer's saying, "Excuse me, sir, let me get in there." And Walker just like, boom, boy, get out of here. The trainer comes and says, "Hey, man, what'd you do that for?" And then what was that? Number 93, wasn't it? Comes up and, 95 is like, hey, we don't want none of that here. And kind of like chest bumps him like, see, who is the man? Who is the true man in this situation? So, guys, Walker was ultimately ejected from the game after that play. Now, this is the second time he has been ejected this season. The second time. Now, when we look at that film, it doesn't look too egregious, right? It is just like, hey, watch yourself, right? Like, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking, especially after the whole thing that happened in Cincinnati just a week ago, to shove a trainer. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Walker's the same guy that shoved a player previously, and he was a practice squad player and shoved him and got ejected. Like, yes, Walker is a rookie. He had of the moment playing for the Green Bay Packers, one of the greatest franchises in NFL history, right? We get it. Pressure is on you. But to shove a trainer, man, you should be suspended. How long would Deshaun Watson extend for? 11 games? You should be extended for at least 12 games next season. Yes, I know shoving and heat of the moment and everything happens on the NFL field. We get it. We see it every game, every day. There's a lot of shoving and pushing and jawing going on. But to do that to a trainer, come on, man. When has it ever been okay to shove anybody that is not in shoulder pads? I mean, it is not okay to shove anybody as is. But to do it a trainer? When you know your buddy is down, your brother, your ex-college teammate, like a guy, I don't know exactly who he was at the end of the day, but come on. Get out of here with that crap, man. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches, won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckasha here with the Man Hour on this beautiful Monday edition of Man Hour. It is Fact or Crap Monday. We sprinkle out some seeds in there and we'll let you guys know if we think it's fact or if it is indeed a crap. It is Monday, January 9th, 2023 here at youtube.com/manhour, of course, at facebook.com/manhour sports. If you guys are going to miss any part of the show whatsoever, you can download on iTunes and, of course, Spotify, or simply head over to manhourradio.com and check out all the clips that we do upload each and every day over there at the website. But before we get too carried away, we have to tell you guys what's going on today's show. We're going to talk about the Seahawks and Rams game. The Seahawks fans were upset that it wasn't played with the Packers-Lions game, like the simultaneously, just like the Eagles and Cowboys game. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Lovie Smith. Should he have truly been fired for the Houston Texans? MVP race is up for grabs. Patrick Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts, as it comes down to it, I think. Those are the two. Who should win the MVP and why? And Aaron Rodgers says he needs a couple days to digest to see if he is going to come back for next season for the Green Bay Packers. But let's welcome some people into the chat here over at youtube.com. We got the man Alpha Rob. What's up, Alpha Rob? We see Drew over here in the chat. We see Luke G popping in. What's up, Luke? We got my man Wayne G popping in as well. What's up, Wayne? We see Beastie popping in. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we see Jedi Gamer popping in. What's up, Jedi? Haven't seen you in a little while. And then Alexander Graham. What is up, Alexander Graham? Hope you guys are all having grand old days here, guys. Keep the comments flowing today. Let's get as much comments as we can as possible over here at youtube.com and, of course, at facebook.com. Sharing is caring at the end of the day, so share this content as well. But let's get into the first fact or crap of the day. Sometimes we think it's fact, but then it is really crap. Let me know if it's a fact or is it crap. All right, guys, so the first fact or crap of the day. Week NFL 18 season is upon us, or is past us, right? The Seattle Seahawks ultimately did end up making the NFC playoffs as a 7th seed, as the Green Bay Packers lost to the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. But before all this transpired, Seattle Seahawks fans, they were pretty upset that this game wasn't being played at the same time. They were thinking that possibly that the Detroit Lions could be tanking versus Green Bay Packers and letting them in, yada, yada, yada. Ultimately, that did not happen. So fact or crap, should the Seahawks-Rams game and the Packers-Lions game been played at the same time to avoid such tanking? Guys, this is 100% crap. Like, first of all, there has to be a Sunday night game. Who did you want the Sunday night game to be? The Texans versus the Colts or the Chiefs versus the Raiders? Games that pretty much didn't mean anything at the end of the day? I mean, the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers was the best possible game on Sunday night. Sorry, Seahawks fans, that it did not line up with your master plan of saying, oh, we can scoreboard watch and like get all excited, yada, yada, yada. Yes, I do understand that the Cowboys and Eagles games was played at the same time. Yes, I understand that the Patriots-Dolphins games was all played at the same time. It just adds drama at the end of the day. But when we really sit back and we look back and we think about it, guys, it didn't matter if the Seahawks won or lost that game. Yes, obviously, if they win, they needed the Detroit Lions to win that game to get into the playoffs. But ultimately, the Green Bay Packers were win and they're in, right? That is all they had to do. They didn't have to hope for a Seattle Seahawks loss and all this other stuff. Like, it was pretty cut and dry. Packers win and they're in. Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, it is an arch rival game. Do you truly think that the Detroit Lions are going to lay down to the Green Bay Packers? Especially after the year that the Detroit Lions have had. This is their first winning season since 2016 or something like that, right? It's been a long time since they have been successful in Detroit. It has been a long time since the Green Bay Packers have not been very successful. So, Seattle Seahawks fans, calm down with your, oh, they should have done this. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, you guys made the playoffs. What is the big deal? What if the Green Bay Packers would have come back and won the Detroit Lions? Or you say, oh, the Detroit Lions let the Packers win. No. Come on. That is not going to be the case whatsoever, ever in the NFL. Anytime a division game is happening, it's not going to happen. Let's look at the Houston Texans versus the Colts. The Houston Texans literally pissed away a number 1 overall pick by beating a division rival in the Indianapolis Colts. They were up early, was like 17-6. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a blowout. And then the Colts came back and got the lead, like 31-28 or something like that. And then bada bing, bada boom. Next thing I know, the Houston Texans won the game. I'm like, what? Why are they even trying to win this game? Especially 32-31 score. Like, it should have been like 2-2 score. Like, battle of the safeties, right? But it's the NFL at the end of the game. At the end of the day, I should say. Nobody is truly really ever tanking. Yes, general managers might say, hey, let's not play Justin Fields this week. Save him for next year. Give us a little better chance of a draft pick. Let's not play such and such, right? I mean, we're already out. We might as well see what we have in the future. But when you put 11 professional guys battling for their NFL careers day or week in and week out, there is no tanking in the NFL whatsoever. Let me repeat that. When you put 11 men on a field week in and week out, there is no tanking in the NFL. It is simple as that. It just doesn't happen at the end of the day. And you guys can think what you want. Yes, Justin Fields didn't play, yada, yada, yada. But the Bears battled the Vikings all day long. There were players on the Chicago Bears that were playing for $1 million. They were playing for their next contract. They were playing to be on a team for next season. Do you think they're going to lay down and like, oh, here you go, Delvin Cook. Here's an 80-yard touchdown. Go for it, boss. It just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at the end of the day. Sorry to burst your bubble there, all you NFL rigs, conspiracy theorist people. It's fact. But then it's also crap. Buck lets you know if it is truly fact or crap. And the next factor crap of the day, guys, here, let's go down to Texas. Houston, Texas to be exact. Lovie Smith has officially been fired after a 3-13-1 season as his first year NFL, or his first season with the Houston Texans. Now, when I posted that Lovie Smith has officially been fired about midnight last night, people were like, oh, he shouldn't have been fired only after 1 year. Okay, pause. First things first, Lovie Smith should have never been hired in the first place. What kind of credentials do you think Lovie Smith has to be hired as a NFL head coach? Oh, he was the Chicago Bears head coach for 9 years. He led them to a Super Bowl. Okay. Let's look at Lovie Smith's Chicago Bear career. 5 winning seasons. 5 out of 9. Okay. Not terrible, right? In 2005, he was 11-5. 2006, he was 13-3. That was the year that they lost in the Super Bowl to the Indianapolis Colts, right? 2008, they were 9-7. 10, they were 11-5. And 2012, they were 10-6. Not terrible, right? Not terrible. But you guys understand he is a losing career as an NFL head coach. 92-101-1. Since he has left the Chicago Bears, he has not won more than 6 games in 3 years total. Not in a season, total. He was 3-13 with the Buccaneers, and they won two games, and then he was fired. And then so he has won 8 games in 3 seasons as an NFL head coach. How does that warrant you getting a long leash and helping build all this crap, right? This is just stupid at the end of the day. You truly think Lovie Smith has a career in the NFL? 92-101-1 as an NFL head coach. Oh, but Buck, he was a good college coach. He went to a bowl game. He was 17-39 as a head coach in college. 17-39. He did not have one winning season as a college coach. Nowadays, college teams get 6 wins and they're bowl eligible. Like, for real. 6, like, you could be 6-7 and make it to a bowl game. The Honolulu Cheez-Its Tortilla Chips Ford Motorsports Hawaii Bowl. It's going to be Marshall versus Bowling Green or something, right? So to say that he made it to a bowl game, shut up. He should have been fired well before the end of this season. Do you guys want the facts? Do you really want the truly live, raw, uncut facts here? The fact of the matter is, the only reason why Lovie Smith was hired as the Houston Texans coach anyways was for PR purposes. The whole Deshaun Watson case, right? The owner was being called racist. The ownership was sleeping with people's wives and girlfriends and all this other stuff, right? They hired him because he was a black coach. They hired him for a PR stance to prove that the owner wasn't racist, to show that, oh, we are innovative, to try to basically sweep the Deshaun Watson thing under the rug, right? That is why Deshaun Watson wanted out. That is why Hopson wanted out. That's why JJ wanted out, was because the owner was a racist or the general manager was a racist. So, hey, how do we shut this up? Oh, we hire a black coach. Lovie Smith is we don't want Brian Flores because, he might be too good, right? He and then, of course, all the scandal that was happening when Brian Flores was fired from Miami, right? But let's just be honest. Lovie Smith was hired because he was a black coach. Simple as that. Tori Anderson popped in the chat here, says, man hour, you should be fired. Tori must be speaking attention. I don't know. He said, I should be fired. Man hour should fire Michael Buckeiser. Probably. I'm the only one carrying the team lately, so, I kid. Moving on. It's fact. But then there's also some crap. When it's crap, is it dog crap or crap or crop crap? There are different types of crap, like crap. That's awesome. Or crap. That sucks. There's dog crap. That's horse crap. What kind of crap is it? But it could be a fact. Who really knows? Let's find out. All right, guys, so the next fact or crap right here on this Monday edition of Man Hour Sports, if you have not done so already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this with a couple friends as well. We are live, raw, and uncut every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. East Coast time right here on said platform. And then we got the After Hours show, which is Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. East Coast time. Tonight, we have Wayne G on to talk a little bit about the New England Patriots. What is going on in Las Vegas with Derek Carr, Jarrett Stidham? Of course, Patriots has the ties to Vegas, so we're going to get that, Patriots blog writer in here, Wayne G, and talk a little bit about Patriots. Should Bill Belichick be fired? Find out tonight with my man Wayne G, 7 p.m. East Coast time right here on said platform that you are listening to us to at 7 p.m. East Coast time. So set your calendar, set your alarm, set whatever you got to do. Be here or be round. I know it's square, but round sounds cooler. Moving on. The MVP race has officially been heating up. I think it is coming down to two players, Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts. So with that being said, fact or crap, if Jalen Hurts does not win this year's MVP, it is, quote, rigged. So the NFL has been tainted with this rigged thing all season long. Every time a team wins, oh, it is rigged. The Patriots fans, when the Bills flexed on the Patriots, oh, this is rigged. This isn't, right? When the Miami Dolphins beat the Jets by the horse collar tackle, oh, this is rigged, right? Rigged is the go-to term right now in the NFL. Just stop with that. But I think the MVP race is officially down to two people, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. Both of their respective teams are 14-3 to finish out the regular season. They both locked in the number one overall seeds going into the playoffs as well. So, records aside, home field advantage aside, season success aside, let's dive directly into the stats. Who should win the MVP strictly off of stats? And I'm going to say Patrick Mahomes. Guys, look what Patrick Mahomes has done this season. 67% completion percentage. Jalen Hurts is at 66. So, I mean, they're right there. They're right there. They are neck and neck. 1%, whatever. Wash it out, right? But this is when it gets crazy, right? This is when the tides turn a lot. Patrick Mahomes, 5,250 yards this season, 41 touchdowns, just to 12 interceptions with the QBR ranking of 105. Okay? Let's look at Jalen Hurts. 3,701 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with a 101 QBR. Guys, Patrick Mahomes literally doubled him up on the passing touchdowns. Also doubled him up on the interceptions, but 6 and more interceptions is not big a deal. Those are what. Just look at the yards. Now, when we look at MVP in the NFL, it is not really a true most valuable player per the team. It is who is the best quarterback on the best team, and right now, it is Patrick Mahomes on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are firing on all cylinders right now. Yes, they had a couple bad games versus the Raiders and the Broncos. They're division foes, right? The Eagles limped into the playoffs. Yes, I know they had it locked since like week 15, right? But let's just be honest. They limped into the playoffs. Losing 2 out of their last 3. They had to win last week versus a team that didn't even play their quarterback to lock in the number 1 seed. Guys, Patrick Mahomes is this year's NFL's MVP. Hands down. If you do not think Patrick Mahomes is the MVP, something is wrong. Yes, Jalen Hurts had an excellent season. He also missed, 3 or 4 games. When you do not play a complete season, how can you truly be called an MVP? How are you valuable to your team if you're missing games? Patrick Mahomes didn't miss any games. Let's flash back to, June or July. When we looked at the Kansas City Chiefs schedule, we're like, oh my God, if they only go 500 for the first 6-7 weeks of the season, this will be a blessing in disguise for the Kansas City Chiefs. They had a gauntlet of a schedule. What was the 49ers? Those the Bills. The Colts were supposed to be good at the time. They played the Chargers that was supposed to win the AFC West. Right? They had a gauntlet of a schedule. What was that 7 of the 8 games that they were playing all had records above 500 the previous season, minus the Indianapolis Colts. But the Colts were still supposed to be good. They got Matt Ryan. And yes, I know things didn't quite turn out the way they're supposed to be, but the Eagles had a pretty damn easy schedule as well. Patrick Mahomes should be the MVP hands down. So guys, in the comments below, let me know, who do you think should win the MVP of the NFL this season? Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts? Give me a hashtag Chiefs Kingdom or a hashtag Fly Eagles Fly in the comments and let me know so we can get this poll going. Who should win the MVP? My thing is the Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is by far the best quarterback on the best team. Also the most valuable for his team. We'll see. It's fact. But then there's also some crap. If I say it's crap and it's actually fact, would that mean a fact is a crap or crap is a fact? Who knows? Find out. All right, guys, so the final fact or crap of the day right here on Man Hour Sports Monday edition. It is January 9th, 2023. Hope you guys are having a fine start to this year. Fine start of the Monday. Hopefully it's Monday afternoon. This is the first full week of January that we're all working. Hopefully you guys are, living the life and stretching those Eagles' arms and having a grand old time. But let me ask you this final fact or crap of the day. Obviously, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers lost last night, ending the Packers' epic run to the playoffs. And Aaron Rodgers' final play of his career, possibly at Lambeau, was an interception. So fact or crap, this was Aaron Rodgers' last game as a Green Bay Packer, and he will be retiring shortly. Guys, Aaron Rodgers grew up under Brett Favre. We all knew what happened with Brett Favre. He's like, I think it took him 5 years to finally say, yeah, I'm going to retire. 5 years, he's like, I don't know if I'm going to retire, right? Ultimately, I think he got cut or traded or whatever, right, to the Jets, played a couple years with the Jets and went to the Vikings, and so, yeah. But it was always, you have to, I don't know if I'm going to retire, or he will retire like back in like April, like, oh, I want to come back and play, right? So, but Aaron Rodgers says, and I quote, "I need to step away and decide my future." Now, if you guys read into what was seen on TV, Williams for the Detroit Lions asked for Aaron Rodgers' jersey, and Aaron Rodgers was like, "No, I'm going to hang on to this particular jersey." Later, we saw him walking with Randall Cobb, arm in arm, looking and crying, and pretty looking distraught. So factor crap, Aaron Rodgers this will be Aaron Rodgers' last season, and he will retire as a Green Bay Packer. I'm going to say fact, but also a crap. I think Aaron Rodgers is done in Green Bay. I think he the welcome mat in Green Bay has officially been pulled out, right? It is time to move on. They've only had two quarterbacks since like 1992, right? It is very intriguing to, see like how much success they have had. It's just, I don't know. But Aaron Rodgers is done in Green Bay. Now, is he retiring from the NFL? No, he is not going to retire from the NFL. He has something to prove a little bit, right? He has that one last ride syndrome in him, right? That one last ride is going to Las Vegas to playing with Davante Adams and see if they cannot dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. Why would he want to go to the AFC? Because Tom Brady went from the AFC to the NFC, and why not go to the NFC to the AFC, right? It is just everything's too perfect. So crap, he is not retiring, but fact, he is no longer playing as a Green Bay Packer moving forward. Man Hour, not for sure who is underneath the Man Hour name. Is it Combsy or Torrey? Guys, let me know. Lovie Smith knew he was getting fired earlier in the week. His farewell to Houston was the greatest heel to turn. It was greatest heel turn since Hulk Hogan leg dropped Macho Man and joined the NWO. Oh, Jesus. Combsy, this sounds like you. You are a Lovie Smith fan, Mr. Living in the past. Oh, speaking of Combs, he's popping in the chat here. He says, Aaron Rodgers goes to Vegas. I do agree with you, Combsy. I think Aaron Rodgers is ultimately going to the Vegas Raiders at the end of the day. Everything kind of makes sense, right? He kind of wanted to go there, was it a couple years ago before he signed that extension with the old Green Bay Packers? And now that Davante Adams there, Derek Carr is out. Maybe Jarrett Stidham is the future in Las Vegas. He didn't look terrible by any means. Did not look terrible. It was me. New defense coordinator for the Chicago Bears, Lovie Smith. Oh my gosh, shut the hell up. Lovie Smith will never be a good coach until he shaves that beard. I said it. He will never be a good coach until he shaves that beard. Sorry, boss. Just the way it is. But guys, that is going to be it for the Man Hour today. I got to get to work. We possibly have some things happening over here in the Man Hour, maybe live this week sometime. You never know. So I got to sneak in those 40 hours without working 40 hours, if that makes sense. Wink, wink, ha, ha. But guys, join us tonight, 7 p.m. East Coast time. And the man Wayne G comes on and talks a little bit about the New England Patriots. Is Bill Belichick going to get fired? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Jarrett Stidham and the whole Derek Carr thing happening over there in Vegas. Join us tonight, 7 p.m. East Coast time, right here on said platform, youtube.com/Man Hour, or of course at facebook.com/Man Hour, 7 p.m. East Coast times. Bada bing, bada boom. By the way, Bears trade number 1 to Arizona for Hopkins and Fitz, then flip 3 to Vegas for a number 8 second round pick for Hunter Renfrow. Cards are not letting away go with a way of DeAndre Hopkins, and Hunter Renfrow is over the hill. Sorry, Combsy. We'll talk about that more tonight. Later, guys.